So I've been always interested in a bit of gardening, but this year with a bit of a food shortage and wanting to support my family and others in the area, I've decided I'd convert our large bottom lawn into a garden. So I've researched methods of growing potatoes, which is obviously the biggest, easiest crop you can do. And I've come up with a method called the Ruth Stout method, which was originated by a woman called Ruth Stout. So what you can see here is I've actually mown most of my lawn fairly tight, fairly down low, and I've piled up the clippings just in this section. So you can see there's maybe 2 or 3 inches of lawn clippings on there currently. And I've done that all the way down. I haven't quite finished it, but all the way down that side for now, and I'll keep filling it out further. Now the idea is that apparently you just drop the potatoes into a hole in the clippings, and the potatoes will grow nicely right there, and you just keep mulching them up. Just add a bit more mulch to make sure the tubers stay covered, and apparently you can get a good crop. I've seen some pretty good ones on the internet. So I thought I would give it a go. My insane goal is to try and get 1,000 kilos of potatoes off our bottom lawn, which is only 300 square meters, so I think it's a completely insane goal. But I thought I'd give it a go. So if I can do all of this in potatoes, we're going to have a lot of potatoes. At the very least, we're going to have a lot of potatoes. So join me on the journey as I document exactly how we're going to do it. So this area here has just got a tarp on it. It's an old curtain side for a truck. So I just put on the ground to kind of kill some of the weeds or the lawn, but we'll see. I'll probably pull that up and mulch it properly. So this is where we're at. I've started mowing the bank. You can see some of the lawn. It was quite long when I started mowing it, probably 4 or 5 inches long. Fortunately, I've got a self-propelled mower. It's a pretty old one, but it does cut reasonably well. So yeah, I've mown this down really close. Doesn't do a very good job, but it's mown it off pretty close to the ground. You can see the ground in some places. And then all the clippings from that have gone on there. So this is about probably about 30 meters long. Got a beautiful view out here tonight. It's autumn here in New Zealand, and it's not really the right time to be planting, so I'm not going to be planting the potatoes. I'm really just preparing the garden. So we've got a beautiful view down the valley here over towards the Tararua ranges. That's the clouds on the ranges there. We've got a bit of farmland out behind us. It's really nice. Hopefully we never get built out. Beautiful little stream down the bottom there. It's actually quite late here. It's taken me about 3 hours to do this because of how hard the lawn was to mow. So there we go. Hopefully it's of interest to someone. Obviously, with the economy biting at the moment, we thought it would be a good idea to grow our own vegetables next season and see where we go. I might put some links in the description for some of the for where we got some of the ideas for this. Oh, one thing else I got today, I went to a landscaping place and they had some rotten bales of pea straw. So some of it's okay, but there's lots of rotten bits, but that's going to be absolutely fine for using to cover potatoes or any other vegetable areas, the garden. I'm a bit worried that the peas in it, there's quite a few bits of peas, little pea pods and with a few peas in it, some of them were starting to sprout, I noticed. So I'm a bit worried we're going to get too many peas to come up, but maybe that might be a good thing. So this is our current garden. It hasn't gone too well. It got completely left last year, so it went really weedy. We've hoed it up. I've got a tractor with a rotary hoe on it that I use to kind of slash it down and hoe it in. It doesn't do the soil very much good. So these are some broad beans, We've got some beetroot have come up in here, but only little ones at the moment. We've got some turnip and some more beetroot there. Our carrots didn't come up, our leeks didn't come up. We do have some swede and turnip coming through in a few places. We tried some parsnip, but that takes a long time to sprout anyway. Down here we've got some silver beet. There's just a few little seedlings that are just going, and a little bit of bok choy. Got some more beetroot there. We're going to have far too much beetroot considering we've got no carrots, so that was supposed to be carrots. So we do have a good harvest of feijoa this year, also called pineapple guava. So this is the feijoa fruit. This one's ripe, it's just fallen off. So if I bite into that, you'll see what it's like. Not many people eat the skin, but I don't mind the skin. It adds a bit of sourness to it. They're quite a nice sour fruit, sweet and sour as well. So that's a feijoa, and we've probably had 50 kilos of feijoas off there already, I would say. So we've got feijoas down this side of the property. We do get a lot of wind here, which is why we've got this windbreak along there, so that when we planted those feijoas, we hoped it would protect them from the wind, and it did. So we've had 2 or 3 harvests off there. Some of these are still quite large. That's a pretty decent size one. Alright, that's me for now. Oh, I might just show you our mower. So this is the old Morrison or something it is. It's been doing all the work. It's run out of petrol now. And that's the old beast that's been trying to mow the lawn. It's done a pretty good job considering. I'll come back to you another day.